You see, my mum's father died, so she married again, and she married King. So her name was Mrs. King, my grandmother, but really she was Mrs. Bramley before she was Mrs. King, if you understand what I mean. He were a grand old fella, he were. He'd sit like, he were in a rocking chair, and he'd sit hours and hours and hours, and he'd reminisce about, he originated from Gloucestershire, and he'd talk about days in Gloucestershire to me as though I should know all about it. He was a great favourite of mine, and I was a great favourite of his. Now I remember he weighed about, well of course I'm pretty 80 odd, but he was 83, and his mind was a bit wandering, you see. And he used to, my grandma and my mum used to go to Friday market. Every Friday there were a market at about 8 o'clock at night. And they used to go up on Flint's bus, and when they'd finished the marketing or whatever they do, they went into Angel and then catch Flint's bus back down. So it were always 2 or 3 hours that I was alone with my granddad. Now, he was absolutely harmless. He wouldn't hurt a bloody fly. And he wandered, his mind used to wander, you see. And I used to go play along with him. And then he'd talk about all these lads that he used to go to school with, you see. You remember? He'd say, "You remember how we saw you?" I said, "Not really, Grandad. He was that redhead." "Oh, yes, I know, yeah." And that's how I sort of went on with it. Don't forget, I'm only about 11 years old. And then suddenly, he'd get up. He had a Gansey on, brown Gansey, and a flat cap on, always in the house. And he sat in this rocking chair right opposite the door. And if you can imagine it, there's the door, then you walked across a yard, not quite as far as the theatre, then palings across the road yonder, about to Causeway, we'll say. And that was the end of the yard. Then there were about 3 or 4 steps up into the road. Well, on the right-hand side was the toilet, and then this side was the coal place, you see. But there was a little bit of a space between these steps and the toilet. And he'd sit there like this in his rocking chair, right opposite the door. Then suddenly he'd get up. Sometimes I say, "What's up, Grandad? You're not very comfortable. Don't stop me, lad. Just go to the toilet." "All right, all right, Grandad." Well, I'm 11-year-old, so I've much better things to do than bother with my Grandad. Probably playing with my car or something like that. Then I'd suddenly realise, it's bloody long time at that toilet, I'd better go and see if he's all right. Now, if you can imagine it, there's a house there, the door, and you went about as far as it is to your car, to the toilet. Now, the toilet was here, then a brick wall, then about 5 steps up into road, the main road, which went down to past our house. They were in 92, and we were in 89. I know it sounds as though we were quite close, but we weren't really. They were on an inner road, and we were on an outer road. That's the difference. And you walked along this street, and then you went through a bit of a general affair, and down a path. We called it a barn path. I don't know why. Well, there were a barn at the bottom of it, and then across the villas, down through the paddock to the pit. Right, across the village, and don't forget, I'm 11 years old. I've better things to do than watch my Grandad. So I'm playing with this Meccano set or whatever, and suddenly realise he's gone. So first thing I'd do, I'll go to the toilet. he's not there. I always knew where he'd gone. So I used to belt after him, you see. Well, there was this road to be about as far as we are from top at Close, on this level road. Then you went through a channel through the houses and down a path past a barn, along the villas, then through a paddock, and you were at a pit. See? Now that was the way he would go, always that way, because he was going to work. I mean, don't forget he's 80 odd, but he was going to work. And I'm 11-year-old, so I could bat, I could leg it. And you used to leg it and catch him up, just get hold of his arm, just touch his arm. Grandad, where are you going? Don't stop me, lad, don't stop me, lad, I'm late for work, you know. I'd say, late for work, see, you don't work on Sunday, do you? No, lad, I don't. Well, it's Sunday today. It might be bloody Wednesday, could I? Sunday today, Grandad. Is it? You sure? You sure now? Yes, Grandad, I'm certain. Oh. Oh. I'll turn him round and we walk back home. Just like that. And so I used to get him settled in his chair again. Then I'd be playing again with him.